Good morning and welcome back to Bloomfield. I took on a contract on a big field, and I have to do it now. I can't cancel it. So if I cancel it, it's like 30 grand I lose out. So I've sent my harvester there. I might use the smaller one just to go around the perimeter, and we'll put a worker in one of them, just to try and get it knocked out. All of the stuff in our farm doesn't need doing, like harvesting. One of the fields needs some fertilizer. But yeah, this is the issue that we have today. Oop, tree. Too late. So yeah, that's my little pickle. I was looking through the contracts. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be a good one. It was like 9 or 10 grand. I'm like, yep, pressed the wrong one. This one's 40,000. Obviously, we're using their harvester, so we're going to lose 2 or 3 grand off that. I wasn't going to get the harvester, and then I looked at the size of the field, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to need it. Our one isn't going to cut that, so it'll cut it, but it won't. It'll take days. Yeah, we definitely need to save up and get ourselves a nice big harvester, because there's some wicked fields here, and there's some great contracts as well. So we might just drop this like that. I think that's off the road. Yep, they can all get past it. Good enough. You nugget. Yeah, other one, it's a pretty big field, so I don't even know if other ones even come down this far yet. Still snowy though, so hopefully that won't affect the yield. Doesn't say that it will. It's not snowing, it's not raining, so it might be a little bit slower than normal because it's pushing through some thicker product, but I'm hoping in the next half an hour or so, when the sun comes over the hill, this will go back to being yellow. That's all we can hope for, right? So I think what I'll do is we'll just run some header rows around, and then we'll set this one as an automatic worker, little helper, and then we'll just use our one to finish off all the headers. Don't know how close them trees are over there, but I know that if we do at least one row around the outside like this, I think our worker up there is stuck on that. It should make it a bit easier, and there won't be any bits missed that we have to go searching for at the end. We'll do this one, and what we'll do is we'll turn this on a worker, send him back across. Once he gets on the other side, we'll check the trees and do that side's header. But while he's shooting over there, we can get this one to do some runs as well. It's a huge field, like definitely huge. The other one's only done 2 rows, and it's already 80% full. So we're going to be doing lots of trips to the truck. I'll send this worker off down there. We'll grab our truck and our trailer. We do have another trailer sitting down at the yard. Don't know if it holds as much as this, but we'll find out. Whichever one holds the most, or if we can, we'll tow them both. I don't think this has a hitch on the back though, does it? Yep, it's already full. That's crazy. Everything's a little bit icy this morning. Oh, we got some more eggs. Good job, girls. There's a fair few contracts, so it's a bit hard. Like, I mean, we could skip a month and just go to April, where we probably have stuff to do around our farm. Our base is nearly full. But I figure, like, you know, there's contracts around. Why not take a couple on? I didn't mean to take this one on though. So yeah, hopefully we can get a couple of these emptied into this trailer before we have to go down and empty it. But I mean, I think with a field this big, you'd have to hope that you're going to get yeah, a fair bit extra afterwards. It's going to cost me a fair bit of money to run the worker on this size field. I think this is about 8,600. I was wrong, 9,300. There you go. And by the time we get down, oh, he's already full as well. He didn't even make it across. So this is going to be like a chasing cat and mice game. This is going to be back and forwards, back and forwards. But once we get over here, we'll use this one just to do the upper edge up against the trees. Probably got 5%. So if we can, I don't know, 10% by the time they're both full, that means we can empty them both twice, 10 times, roughly. Which means that's not as much work going back and forwards, but we're going to be chasing harvesters all day. Backwards, backwards, backwards. So if we can empty both of them 8 times, like, it's going to be a win. Just if we had to go and dump it. Well, there you go, 10%. If we had to go and dump it every time we emptied them, that would be crazy. We'll get this parked behind it, so we're not going to interfere. Pardon me. Yeah, so that tree row is pretty much in the way there, so we'll do a lap down and back up, then we know that's definitely clear. I'm not too fussed about doing a row across the front side that you can see, because we're going to be going along that, not into it. But I mean, at least it's what yield? Oh, not bad at all. Almost 100%. So unless there's a glitch in the contracts and the limits, like on some of the other maps I've played in the past, we should be able to make a fair bit of money out of this as well. So yeah, I don't know. Is it going to be worth it? Who knows? But let's try it out. To get this one doing a header run along here. It's a very odd shaped field, but if you had a decent sized harvester, it wouldn't be too bad. This thing's like not made for this size field. I mean, it does, but profitability, you wouldn't have something like this on a field all the time. If you could afford this field, you'd probably have a big 14-meter harvester with a 20,000 litre tank or something like that. Once we see that one coming up, we'll send him back side to side, and then we'll just use this one to go around the outskirts. I think that will be the best plan. That way we're not going to cost ourselves a heap in maintenance on our own equipment, and we can use the big one for the bulk of it. But other than that, everything here is going well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fields of our own planted. Most of them are fully fertilised. We just have to do 1 or 2 of them today to finish them off. And then it's just a matter of sitting back and waiting and picking up a little bit of work like this, just to keep the bills paid and to keep the money flowing in. We don't have a ton of great equipment, but we've got enough to survive and make money. and the least amount of time that we can use a worker. I mean, this field's already cost us $200 in wages, so the more we can limit, the better. So even once we've used this to do the whole outside, maybe we just park it up and we work in the other one our own. Just drive it ourselves, going back and forwards. There we go, we're full. This one's nearly full again too, damn it. Oh, it's gone up and back twice. That's not what we wanted. This one doesn't hold that much more than our one, actually. I thought it would hold a lot more. No, it's not going to make it to the edge. That's not cool. At least once this one fires back up, we'll send it down the right hand side and we'll get the full perimeter done. Yeah, it's not going to be a quick little task, unfortunately. Once we've got this here, spin him round and head to the right. Be cool if we had a forage wagon or something. We could turn on the straw. I think you can on this one. Get all that extra stuff for free. We could use that for silage, but I'm just not sure if we can pick it up on some contracted field. Some let you do it, some don't. I think there's trying to think which one it was that we used that you could pick it up, whether the field was contracted or not, and turn it into silage. Here we go. So yeah, this should be, you know, if we, like I said, 8 or 9 loads of both of these into the trailer. They seem to be emptying out at very similar times. The other one only holds about 1,000 litres more to 1,800 litres more or something, so not ideal for this size field, but on some maps I have noticed the contracts, they give you the wrong equipment or the wrong size equipment, or trailers that don't tip, or trailers that don't attach to the tractor, and it is what it is. Makes it more fun because you just got to try and do it with the equipment that you've got, or you can get cheap. That in. Yeah, that's what I might do for a little while. I might let you go, and we'll pop back once we've got a little bit more done, maybe when the trailer's full, and we can see how we're progressing. But there is tons of decent contracts on this map, so whenever we've got nothing to do, there's always going to be something to do, if that makes sense. And we'll have to have a look into something to pick up all this straw. Alright, we will see you very shortly. Alright, so while we're waiting, I'll grab this little forage pickup thing. Just goes on the front of the tractor. It only uses about 60 horsepower. But anything. So far, I mean, it works on this, it works on grass. I'm not sure about rocks, but I sort of figure maybe manure and things. It's a mod I'm sure most have used it, but maybe some haven't because it can be hard to find. It is in belt systems, weirdly enough. That's it there. It does all sorts of stuff down the bottom. Silage, rocks, snow, everything. Look at that. All sorts. So you just scoot along. Doesn't use much power, and then it just feeds into whatever trailer. You've got to have a trailer on, obviously, to pick it up. It's sort of like a forage harvester, but for the front of your tractor. And I sort of figure, why not? This is all free. So, you know, it's going to take us a lot of time, a bit of money. We may as well make back as much cash as we can by getting the straw and selling that as well. So, I think we can turn this into silage, but even if we can't, we could sell it just as it is. Not worth a lot, but it's free. 140 bucks. So, you know, selling that, there's already nearly 100,000 litres there. There's more of this in litres than there is of the actual crop. So, take it while you can. Obviously, I'm not going to take it all because it'll take forever and a day to get it all. But I figure if we can just fill up a couple of trailer loads, we can take it in and turn into silage, which is worth 500 bucks once we've turned it into silage. So we can do that as well. And it gives me something to do between running back and forth with a tractor to empty this guy out. I can just jump in here and do this. This is a job that you can't do with a worker, which is good because it gives me something to do. And by taking the extra straw, it'll definitely offset the cost of running a worker in the harvester. I think you can open up the front flap like that. I don't know if it gets any better. This used to be a little bit of a hassle. It used to sometimes not work on a lot of tractors. Because it didn't sit low enough or it sat too low. But since the last update, it's been working fine for me. So that is what we're up to. I think we're up to about half a trailer in our harvest trailer over there. We'll go and have a check in a minute because the worker says it's full. I'll just get the end of this run done. Yeah, so we're at 52%. There's nowhere near as much product as there is the straw. But we definitely need a bigger harvester, and I mean this may help us get that. We should get about 40 grand from this contract and maybe 10 or 15 grand on top of that if there's excess product. And if there isn't, we're going to make a little bit extra out of the silage anyway, which we can put into this farm production place that we have. That'll make silage and seeds and all sorts of things, so it is good. One's probably going to be almost full now as well, so I'll have to double back over there. It's a never-ending chase. But like I said, getting this straw, it makes it worthwhile. It gives me, I can still do a couple little jobs around the place. It keeps it a bit more interesting. So when I get bored of collecting straw, I can jump in a harvester and do some of that. And instead of just going up and down the harvester and being bored and having no content. But we can do different things. So we should be at about 60% once this is full. So 3 or 4 more empties of these harvesters and we will be good to go. Finally have a load, and I think it has to go to the Johnson's Farmers Market. Yeah, but there's heaps of contracts. Like if you wanted to make some cash, there's money here for 20 grand. There's that 45, potatoes in field 49. You could literally make $100,000 over the next day or so just doing contracts. Alright, let's get back into the little Kubota. I've never used one of these ones before. I've never bought one, so let's use a little ripper. Nice sharp turning circle. Plenty of power, and it's got a 53 km/h top speed, so this is almost full. There we go. I think that's at 100% now. There we go. So we turn that off. We can shoot back up to our farm. Wonder how it's going to go towing this fully loaded though. I think our farm is just up here. Turn right on the road and then left. I wonder if you can buy that land and sell that shed. Like if you did buy this property to farm, that would be handy. It pulls it a lot better than I expected. There's a lot of weight on the back of this. I'm actually wondering if if you could use this when you're doing rocks on the field. It's not that wide, but it's going to go faster than a rock picker, and you got a trailer behind you. That's our field there. We've still got to put seed in that today too. I forgot about that. I thought we'd already seeded it. We'll drop this off in our little production building and then get back down and do some more harvesting. I'm not going to be greedy. I think this trailer load of that'll be enough. Maybe one more. Depends on how long I've got to wait. Go up and down, up and down, and up and down for a little bit, then we'll fill up another trailer load with this. I don't know. But we have nothing on our farm that we can do right now except for that seeding, so can't really get into anything else because by the time you do, you've got to go back and, like now, look, see, one grain tank's full. Ah, that's a tree. It searches for the nearest trailer, so it's shooting over there to go into that one. So you got to be careful it doesn't just start filling up random trailers. Or get caught in trees like that. There we go, straw silage is turned on. That's filling up. We've still got the straw going in there from our last one, so probably end up with 400,000 or 500,000 litres of straw. Silage, I mean. Alright, that'll probably be enough. I don't want to, yeah, I don't think I want to do any more because it's going to feel a bit too cheaty-ish. 400,000 litres at $500 a 1,000 litres, that's a lot of cash. Alright, I'm going to get back down there and empty these tanks out, and we'll see you when we have a full trailer. Okie dokie, so this should be full. Well, it's about as full as we're going to get for this trailer without waiting for another load and then not being able to fit it all in. That's got to go to Johnson's Farmers Market, which we need to tag it. Work out which direction it's in. I think it's down there where the other building is. Where is it? Over that way. That way some way. There it is down there. So we are going to scoot down there and get this delivered, hopefully before they get empty again. I don't think we can cut through here. Well, we made that. I should have just gone around on the road, would have been faster. Luckily, there's no crop destruction. Oi, that could have been bad. But this is a pretty cool trailer. Highly recommend it. I think this is one of the first maps I've actually used it. Probably can't squeeze through there, but can we get... Nope, I thought that might have been a road down through there, but there's not. Well, that threw a bit of a spanner in the works. The only thing that would make this trailer better was if you could hook another one to it, but I mean, I think it holds about 100 or 200,000 litres. It's not very often you're going to need to carry 400,000 litres of stuff. If we owned a big field, I'd probably try and find a bigger trailer or some way of doing that, but I mean, this truck's been crazy unbelievable for us anyway. It's so much easier. Only 11%, look at that. Tons and tons and tons. 30%. So you're probably not going to be 40% done after dumping all of that, or 43. So basically one more of them, let's say 1.5 of them, and then anything else left is ours. So that might be good. Might be worth all of this. It's cost me 3.5 grand to rent that forage pickup. Oops, so we're down, I think I've spent 2 grand on fuel and wages for the workers. Maybe not that much yet, probably 1,500. So, you know, if we end up getting 30 grand cash from the contract after the lease fees and the worker, and like 5 or 10 grand off this, it's, yeah. It'd be interesting to know. Ah, crap. That gets caught on that pole even when you're not next to it. Bit of a glitch there, but this car's trying to overtake us. It ain't going to happen. So yeah, I mean, that field I think is about $2 million. So it'd be interesting to sit back and work out roughly what they made off this harvest, and see how many harvests you'd have to do to make that money after purchasing it, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're full again, look at that. That's what I mean. You don't have time to duck off and do much. And we've still got to try and get our other fields seeded. One's not full, it's the other one. I'm thinking about bringing the other one over here on this side and start getting this small section done, so it's sort of, I might put the big one on this area here when it comes down, so he can go up and down, and this little one that we've got going here now can go across the top and start squaring it off. I reckon we're probably halfway through or close to. There's still that area there I've got to clear out too, so once he's done this final run we'll do that section. And then once this harvester makes his way back down here, I'll probably put him on the longer runs, because once we get to here, it's not going to be worthwhile going side to side anymore. But what a day. I didn't think there was going to be an episode today. Then I seen this contract and I got it by accident. I'm like, I was going to get the one a couple above it. There was 2 $10,000 ones we were going to do just using our harvester. And I pressed this one by accident and it said your items are waiting at the shop, and I'm like, damn it. I cancelled a contract on another map once. It was a big one and they charged me a $30,000 fee. Sent me broke. It was like negative $10,000. So yeah, once you take him, that's you're best off doing them, otherwise you're sort of left without it. And plus we got $200,000 of straw that we're going to turn to not 200,000 litres, sorry, of straw that we're going to turn into silage. So it should be a pretty decent payday. We should get up around 150, 160,000. And if we can pick up a few of these, we'll be able to get a new harvester pretty fast. I mean, I don't know how much. Nothing there that we really need. I don't know how much our one's still worth. 150,000. The one that I want's about 300,000. But even then, we don't have to go so big yet, because that, and it's about 370,000 we need for that. And I think it would be wise to buy more land first. Maybe. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to think about. We've got a few of our own fields already, which is great. But yeah, I think if we service this, or even maybe just try and get a bigger header, but it's more about the capacity. I just want something that can hold something a little bit more, especially if we start doing bigger fields and contracts. But that's just me, I guess. It is what it is. Right, he's on course. Now this one here, once he comes down, we'll get him to turn. And he can shoot up and down the long way. And then I'll go and take over off that yellow one, because we'll get that area done. And then we'll take the yellow one over here into this little tiny section. And we'll finish that area off as well. So we're getting through it. We're probably a third, 2/3 of the way through. We've done a fair bit. It's sort of the easiest part now, just back and forth on the long lengths. But these are just filling up a little bit too fast, so it makes it a bit harder to keep up with it. This one's already at 50%, and it's only done one run up and one run down, which is good because the yield's good. So that harvester, sorry for jumping back through the menu. New Holland CH7. That's it there, it's 265, only 9,000 litres. 16,000 litres, that's 550. That's why I'm sort of leaning. That one there holds 30,000 litres. That one can hold 27,000 litres. This one here can hold 150. That's why I want that one. Huge capacity. Even basic capacity, like what we'd get to start with. That one there is 72,000. That's 150,000. So like that only brings it up 350. That's 320. You know, so I don't really need to add any. Most of the stuff on this is included. We don't need the window tint. You know, so most of the stuff besides the bigger bod is included. The best thing about, you can get that one there, which is what I normally get. It's 13.7 meters. But it comes with its own little cart, so you don't need to cart around a trailer. And then you can also get the corn header. And the best thing is the modder just released recently. Another one for potato and beet. So you can do... One of them does like huge amounts of storage. Capacity. 250,000 litres of potatoes and sugar beet. So yeah, wicked mods. Full again. I've been talking too much in this episode. It's going to be... I'll have to cut it off and edit it out a little bit. Otherwise it's going to be 30 minutes of the same field going back and forwards, unfortunately. But at least we're getting cash. That's all that matters. Alright, I'll see you when we get more of this done. Alrighty. Another full trailer load down. This is number 2. This has taken a fair few hours, like it's, yeah. A little bit crazy. 74% delivered. It should be about 80% delivered after that one, I think. Yeah, there you go, look. A little bit more. A little bit more. Alright. I'm getting back to it. See you soon. Yeah, welcome back. We're finally finished. Just got this little run here to go. Everything else is done. So it's going to be interesting to see what we make out of this, because there's a lot. I think last time we went down and dropped off, we were up to 80 or 90 something percent. Does it say it in the contracts? 98% of the whole lot, so there is a fair bit in that trailer. Plus another 8,000 or 9,000 litres we're about to dump in there now. So it's going to be interesting. Our harvester is getting really low on maintenance. It's been a solid 4 hours in game, like real time, get this whole field done. So yeah, it was a lot bigger than I was expecting. Took a lot longer than I was expecting. I was hoping to make 2 episodes today, but by the time I edit this, it's only going to be 1. Which will serve me right for not looking at the contract that I accept before I start. Yeah, my bad. So another 68,000 litres here, so let's scoot down the backtrack. Even this truck, I think this is the 3rd or 4th trip down. 3 other times, or 2 times. Yeah, this will be, yeah, the 3rd time now. But we've collected about 450,000 litres of straw off this field. That's going to be coming handy. I think I put 100,000 in our silo. We'll probably just sell that separately. Whoa, crap-holy. And I think we put 300 or something into our 500,000 litres. There you go, 560 into there. I'm not going to turn all of that into silage, but it's going to be a good. If I sell half of it for silage, it'll be great, decent money earner, and then we'll sell the rest basically just as straw. Try and line our wheels up not to damage the crop. But yeah, this truck and trailer have been super handy, because if we were just using the normal trailer they were going to give us for the contract, it would have been about 30 or 40 loads down to here, at least. Alright, let's see how we go, because this is the end, my friend. Okay, so we've still got 35,000 litres of barley left. Contract's finished already. Wicked. That is awesome. $40,000 harvest income, and then we got the contract, which will be 35,000. So that was a $75,000 contract, plus probably $70,000 to $100,000 in silage if it's, depending on the price. Oh no, can we zoom through without getting hit by the train? Yes. We made it. Right, I might drop this truck off here for the night so they can give it a service for us. Clear it up, clean it up. Hopefully when we get it back in the morning that'll be fully serviced, and this tractor needs to go down as well. Now we've got the extra cash, we could probably spend $10,000 or $20,000 on our gear to get it fixed back up. Nope, doesn't want to do that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this thing needs a lot of work, so I think we'll get that down for maybe we'll put this thing on sale, see what we're going to get for it once it's tidied up. Wrong button. This is worth 143. If we can tidy that up a little bit, that's still worth 24. So that's, you know, if we can get 200 grand for that, we've got enough money there to buy our other one that we need. Plus we've got about 50-60,000 litres of silage. So let's get this down there and get it serviced. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe, and sorry this video was just all contract, but it was a mistake. But for once that mistake paid off. It's better than being 30 grand in debt because we cancelled it. So